You were at a rally last night.
I was last night. It was, gosh, what was the name of the rally? New York is not for sale. Right.
Which Jeff Stein pointed out, Bernie ran one of his early races in Vermont. The tagline was "Burlington is not for sale."
Well, that's maybe a good way to transition to talking about it, because Zohran Mamdani, in his speech, gave so much credit to Bernie Sanders about holding the mantle for democratic socialism and charging ahead himself and paving the way for folks like him. I found that to be very moving. I mean, Zoran's been on a real tear with speeches. Late last week. We didn't end up playing it, but we can.
We'll play some of that. We have to.
Where he talks about Islamophobia and how, what it was like growing up in New York in the shadow of 9/11, and how his aunt was afraid to ride the subway and wearing her hijab, and he got emotional and spoke about how now he sees himself in the light. And I think that that's so important. In like the 21st century, Islamophobia is so normalized, so bipartisan, so quotidian across every part of our country. It doesn't matter if you're in a city or if you're in a rural red area. People are hateful towards Muslim people. And Zoran's victory is not just, hopeful victory is a repudiation of many things, including a neoliberalism and status quo Democrats, but also, in my view, Islamophobia and it being weaponized within the context of like the talk about Israel's genocide. Or
the Iraq War. It's been used for political purposes by the most powerful, evil people in the world.
And it's also been a huge, Spencer Ackerman really laid this out in his book. I can't remember what the title of that book was. But all of the security theater and real sort of like surveillance increases, and he says really brought about this era of Trump. But here is Zohran Mamdani. Which clip is this?
This is the part I referenced where he gives credit to Bernie, and this was a great line.
And this is sort of like a mashup between the anti-oligarchy tour that Sanders and AOC had been on across the country, and Mamdani's mayoral campaign.
And let's please make some noise for Senator Bernie Sanders. I stand before you tonight only because the senator dared to stand alone for so long. I speak the language of democratic socialism only because he spoke it first. And when I ran for state assembly almost 6 years ago to the day, it was at Bernie's rally in Queensbridge Park where I led our first canvass.
And just like contrast this with the way that liberals within the Democratic Party will kind of eat each other up or try to create all of these distinctions for their own professional ambitions. The solidarity of democratic socialism is immensely important in combating Trump and fascism. I mean, liberalism fails in so many ways, including in like enabling the private sector, which doesn't combat socialism, but it also creates networks of solidarity and like a shared purpose, which is essential for any political movement to have success.
Let's play the clip. Let's play number 9, and then we'll go to this run on Hochul, because there's a sort of a third element to it that provides a perfect triptych. So let's play number 9, which is AOC at the same rally. Incidentally, 13,000 people up in Forest Hills, and apparently there was huge lines of people who did not get in.
Yep.
Let's play this.
No matter what he's doing, that house doesn't belong to him, New York. It belongs to us. It belongs to the people of this country. And I want us all to remember and to know that the future, our future, is not determined by a despot in a house built by enslaved people. Our future will be determined not in a house built by slaves, but in a city built by freemen, in a city built by unionists and immigrants and suffragists. The bricks laid by working people, past, present, and future, the seamstresses and the unionists who paid for our rights in blood. This city was built by the Irish escaping famine, Italians fleeing fascism, Jews escaping Holocaust, Black Americans fleeing slavery and Jim Crow, Latinos seeking a better life, Native people standing for themselves, Asian Americans coming together in Queens, in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Manhattan, in Staten Island, in this country, in a vision to build the freest, toughest, and greatest city on earth, and we will not stop now, New York. It is no surprise.
It's crazy.
NYC, baby, NYC. It is.
Wow.
People seem excited.
Yeah.
People seem excited at that rally. Let's cut over to the Hakeem Jeffries rally that he's got going. Do you think that Hakeem Jeffries could actually, honestly, I mean, if he and Chuck Schumer, let's make this a big bill. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Kristen Gillibrand, all together, one night, packed night, Ann Cuomo. Let's do Ann Cuomo. How many people do you think you would get into that room? If they did it in a place with skyboxes, only the skyboxes would be filled.
That's what
The entire rest of the stadium would be empty, but the skyboxes would all be up there. No one would be paying attention to the words. Or we'd just be like, having a cocktail, making deals, and nobody in the stands.
Yep. Or there would be counter protesters, maybe. Counter protesters would outnumber the actual people there.
There'd be 200 people in the stands, and one by one throughout the night, they get up to protest. By the time you're done, they're all been kicked out.
What I liked about what AOC said there, she's not running from the multiculturalism of America and connecting that to the working class and who built things. I mean, it's beautiful, and it is what is best about New York and what is best about America, and it's a good way to make that case when the administration sees multiculturalism as a threat.
Here is Kathy Hochul. It's really three, isn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe we should start with my question.
Let's start with Emma's question about Kathy Hochul. This came up when we spoke to Antonio Delgado about his running in this governor race. And for Mamdani, the toughest, the biggest issue is going to be his ability to get funding for things like free daycare and really, I don't know how much of his stated agenda, not so much the rent freeze, although now I've heard reported that Eric Adams is stacking that board before he leaves, which is going to make it difficult. Although Hochul could get rid of Eric Adams today, incidentally.
Good point.
She could boot him out for being indicted. And because I don't think that indictment has been fully rescinded. It's just sort of like conditionally punted. But Zohran Mamdani is going to need the backing of Hochul if he's going to fulfill a lot of his campaign promises.
Yeah.
And so it's really important that she was showing up there last night. And it was a sort of a late announcement that she would.
I didn't know when I asked this question. I was trying to get something in a little bit more substantive. We had limited time with Zohran, but happy that they were able to even give us any time. I don't know why I buttoned one part of my coat. Like, I just feel like my fit did not end up looking its best.
It was cold.
Also, contrast to Zohran, who's looking.
I know. I got and I have a heavy, like, my glasses are in one pocket. It's dragging it down on the other side.
All right, let's get past the fashion
I'm
faux
just
pas.
pissed at myself. All right, here's the question.
Do that.
Lastly, we know that there's a gubernatorial election next year. Do you think that timing is good for you, and the fact that you're going to need Albany to get on board with your budget a little bit, that maybe that creates some sort of pressure in that situation?
I think the thing I'm thinking of much more than an election is the budget season, and I'm looking forward to delivering on our affordability agenda.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Zohran. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much.
There you go. So he he just said that's an important issue, essentially, to you.
And then we walk off.
I like also how smiley he is, makes you as smiley. Like, you could barely get you both had that same quality of
Yes.
like almost like laughing during the question.
Yeah. It's very difficult. He's extremely charming, and also I agree with him. So I'm not like trying to be, Miss Reporter there, but it was very, very cool to get to talk to him. And then like 15 minutes after this, we look on our phones and it's like, oh, Hochul's showing up. So that's why he didn't want to answer that
She might
question.
have been within earshot of that question.
Exactly. And then she ended up giving a speech, but as she comes out, it's not like she received the warmest welcome. And throughout her speech, there was a chant from the crowd. Maybe you can figure out what it is.
This crowd is huge. This is at the back of the stadium, essentially.
Right. And it had not been filled yet. I mean, they came on later than this was hours before. It was packed towards the end, but.
I pause it now. I don't know if you can hear what they're saying. They're saying tax the rich.
Yep. In the middle of her speech.
They're cheering tax the rich to Governor Hochul. And
behind her, there's a giant banner that reads, "Universal Child Care frees the rent and making buses fast and free."
Good.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, what she said.
But here's my friends. You want to see Zohran or not? Listen, I got one plea for you. I love to see this energy and this passion. And for those of you who've not been involved in the voting or even campaigns before, I am so excited about what is going on here. But I need you to do something. All right, one more thing, my friend. This is about this November's election, but take that energy, that passion, and take it into 26 so that we can take back the House of Representatives, take the Senate, and take back our country. With your help, we will. Elect Zohran, we take back America. Thank you, Queens. Thank you, New York. God love you guys.
So there we go. We get them together. I mean, I would imagine that Zohran is.
I mean,
Such
this
a
is,
good
first
move
of all,
by
it's such a
Zohran.
great move by Zohran, because like she was like, oh, maybe I can get off the stage
Right.
and then come over like, I'm a champion.
Hey, well, link us together. Because apparently Elise Stefanik, who's going to run against her, has been like, Hochul at Zohran, communist, basically tweeting. The Republicans think it's a liability, and Hochul probably does too, because she's of an old school mindset. It's not. But that's where
you can see the
Delgado's helpful
GOP
too.
ad. Right there.
I think she got the idea from that rally. Like, oh boy, I don't have legions of people like this. I could not fill a Stewart's essentially with
American
people who are
Legion.
this excited about me. I think it's quite possible there is not a single individual in the entire state who is as excited as those 14,000 were about Mamdani. You can't find one person who has that same level of excitement about Kathy Hochul.
Right.
And what she said was very interesting there. She didn't say much, but it was like, all the energy you have here, I love to see it.
Please come
bring
show
it
up
back.
for me.
But all the people there, they've been voting for people like you for a long time, Kathy. They just aren't inspired by it.
Well, that's why they chant tax the rich at her, because the level of education also that he has brought to the voting population is so important. People know that if he wants to do his free bus program and he wants to raise the corporate tax rate in New York City, that he needs Kathy Hochul's buy-in. He needs the governor, and he's putting pressure on her through people power to try to acquiesce there, even in a situation where she wouldn't want to be taxing the rich like that.
I mean, just having her there, both signals like, okay, he's within the mainstream of the Democratic Party, but I'm quite convinced that ultimately the real value of having her there is having her look at 15,000 people. I mean, it's possibly one of the biggest crowds she's ever been in her entire career as a politician. I would not be surprised if that wasn't the biggest crowd she's ever spoken to.
Unless she threw out a first pitch or something.
Exactly. But in terms of addressing them, I honestly don't know where it would be. Maybe the Democratic state convention, but I doubt that you would have people, and certainly
the DNC. She didn't speak at the DNC.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Remember, it was horrible.
But I think in the DNC, when you speak, I mean, I've been in these conventions.
Yeah.
10% of the people are actually paying attention to
Yeah.
what you're saying, and the rest are just having conversations with themselves, and if they were eating a chicken dinner, it would be clank, 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 clank all through it. I don't think she has ever been in a situation where there are 14,000 people looking exactly at her with that level of energy, and that to me, it seems like, is going to stay imprinted in her mind. When she thinks of Mamdani, and when she thinks of saying no to Mamdani, that image is going to come up again. And here she is.
But she ruins it here. This came out this morning.
She
Girlfriend.
specifically said, I hear you. Yeah. And apparently
She needs a hearing aid.
she needs a hearing aid. Well, this is some type of a Q&A, I guess, in Albany.
I thought they were saying, let's go Bills. I wasn't sure. When you're up there, I heard some noise. I heard a lot of cheers. But later on, it became clear to me that I know there's passion for that. I mean, I went in there as the leader of the Democratic Party, whose job it is to unify behind the Democratic nominee. I love the energy out there. I told them that. And I want to do is bottle all that up, use it in a few days, but take that to Long Island and the Hudson Valley and make.
Oh, shut up about Long Island.
Dude, when I taught preschool, she's talking to how I had to talk to a kid who bit somebody, where I'm like, I love this energy, but if we could just redirect
it to something that's going to be more beneficial.
You thought the crowd in Queens was chanting "Let's go Bills"? I know the Jets and Giants are pathetic, but that's a bridge too far.
She has the energy of a steakhouse server that has to tell you, at Smith & Wolenski, there's these New York steakhouses, and it's like, oh, sorry, we don't have that rub today or something.
That is amazing. It hadn't even occurred to me. Wait a second. There's at least two teams ahead of the Bills that you would get in Queens.
She's a Buffalo. It's just her thing because they technically play in New Jersey, and she's from Buffalo, so she's whatever. But it's still a dumb thing to say, especially because you said at the rally,
who plays
I hear
in
you.
New Jersey.
Both the Jets and the Giants play in
Okay.
East,
No, I
in the
understand.
Meadowlands.
Okay.
Technically, so
Well, the Bills play 5 hours north of where she was.
Yes.
It's just as likely that people are going, let's go Pats. Let's go Pats.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, why say I hear you and then say I thought that they were chanting "Let's go Bills"? It's just incoherent. But
Tax the rich.
I knew there was an
Let's
appetite
go
for that.
Bills.
what'd you say?
Like you're saying, like, I know there's an appetite for that. Stop telling me. I'm trying to get you out to the midterms.
No, appetite for that. Like, you mean taxing the rich? Yeah.
You can't even say it.
I know. That's a problem.
Why couldn't you have gotten away with, like, I thought they were saying, let's go Jets.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you have said that?
Because she's a Bills fan. It's just her stupid kind of.
Yeah, she's
It's
not
hokey
that, she's not
hokle.
that nimble.
Yeah.
Half-witted, folksy nonsense.
Yep.
That's crazy. Max the Baileys. Let's go MetLife Turf.
Oh God. Notoriously injury-causing turf. There.
People are
There you
coming up
go.
with like Jackson Fartera says, oh wait, I'm sorry. Verbonia says, I thought they were chanting snacks and chips. Snacks and chips.
Okay, you're saying Jackson fart era? That's not that funny, but you know.
Why'd you respond to that?
Because Sam just said Jackson Fartera, and I had to I had to acknowledge it.
Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.